Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to this week's episode. Probably wondering, what is this crazy Meg and driver sid this week? And here we have a very exclusive Garia Monaco, which is an electric golf cart. But I have something even more exciting for you. For all of you Ferrari lovers out there, I have a very exclusive, a very well looked after Mondial T. And I'll be joined by the owner. He's just a little bit of a geek and full of information and details about his very, very passionate, very, very loved Mondial. So come and join me for a drive.
So, my lovelies, you've seen the outside of the car, so you already know what we're driving this week, and I'm joined by the most enthusiastic and besotted Mondial owner I've ever encountered. You guys know I've been in the Ferrari world for many years, but by far, this guy knows a lot more than I do, and that's why I'm here today. Tell me, how long have you had the car for?
About 7 years now. I bought it, and then I took it apart, as you do.
As you do. I mean, that's a normal thing to do when you buy Ferraris, just buy it and take it apart.
I was trained as a car mechanic in Denmark, and then I always had a massive dream of owning something exotic, and I had a childhood dream of owning a Ferrari, and then this opportunity came up, and I just thought, I can't live with this. I need to dismantle it, see what it is about, and that's what I did.
But you weren't looking specifically for a Mondial?
No, it just happened.
And what engine does the Mondial have?
This is a 3.4, because
Right.
it's the Mondial T,
Okay.
which comes from the 348.
Right.
And it's just a fun car.
So it's a V8?
V8,
Mm-hmm.
3.4 V8, and it has a fun fact because it's a four-seater car, and
It is.
I'm a family man, so we can have our daughter in the back in a booster seat, or we can take a little tour out and have lunch somewhere nice, or a little weekend away we can also do. So that's what this car is about for us.
And have you done that? Have you gone away?
We've gone to Tarifa, which is an hour and a half away.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone to Malaga, and so we have done a few weekend trips on a hotel getaway with just a bag.
Bag in the back.
Yeah.
And reliability-wise, what are we thinking? Is she reliable? Do you trust her to start every time? Now, I don't think any Ferrari owner can say that.
No, there's no way.
What's the percentage?
It's pretty good, but it sometimes overnight I maybe have to have a little booster or something like that.
Okay.
But I've been over with batteries, and everything works, but sometimes maybe the alarm fails a little bit.
Okay.
But it's pretty reliable.
Now, I've seen up from the layout of your garage, you've got her on a trickle charger, you have her covered up with the cover, and you also have the wheels up on like little supports so that they don't, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're really, really well prepared for not using her that often, because you only do around 1,000 kilometers a year?
That's right.
That's nothing.
No, I know.
Now, would you ever sell her?
No, never.
And would you get another Ferrari, do you think?
I would love to.
Would you get something more modern, or are you a classic guy?
I think I'm, if I could save up for it, a 355 Spider.
Ah, okay. Well,
manual, open shift.
Well, a couple of my fans are 355 owners, so I'm sure they'll have a lot of input and a lot of information about that. But this car, value for money wise, has always been incredible as long as I've been in the motor trade. I don't know when they were new. Like, what year is she?
This is 92.
1992, so she's the same age as my sister, which is crazy. But the value for money, I really think that the Mondial has always been like the black sheep of the family, super underestimated, and you can get them now for like 40, 50 grand, and that is absolutely crazy for what you get, because at the end of the day, it is a Ferrari. You have got the whole heritage side of it, and the feel, and the smell, and the leather, and the sound. She's a Ferrari.
It's true, and even though it's the black sheep family, it's getting very much appreciated. And fun fact, anyone welcome to go out and buy one, because the Ferrari bills, they're still coming.
Well, that was what I wanted to ask you, maintenance-wise. So this car still has the cam belt that
That's 5,000 euro.
It still has the clutch that wears out. And is that something you do yourself?
No.
You actually take it to a garage to do
The
that?
time belt, because I want that stamp in the book.
Gotcha. So is that the only reason you don't do it yourself?
That's the only reason.
Okay.
And also, I'm not quite sure I'm up for the challenge.
Ah, I get you.
I've been too long out of the game
Yeah.
to take out the engine.
Plus you need a proper car lift, like
Yeah.
you need an actual garage for that.
However, I have done most of the works myself on this car. Catalyzers, the exhaust is a stainless steel Tubi
okay.
exhaust. Renovated the brakes.
Did you change that merely because of sound? Or did you change it because the original one needed changing anyway and you thought I'd get a Tubi on it?
With the original muffler exhaust on it, it sounds a little bit lame.
Okay.
And I wanted this specific Ferrari sound and get a little bit deeper. So I got the exhaust on that.
Right. And she is in amazing condition. Like, this is one of the very, very, very few old Ferraris I've been in that the buttons aren't sticky.
The buttons are sticky,
The
that's right.
buttons aren't sticky. How have you done that? Please share your knowledge with all of my fans who have sticky buttons in their old
Sticky
Ferraris.
buttons. It's too much to go into, but some of them I got
Are they
varnished.
replaced ones or have you restored?
Some of them are restored, some of them are replaced.
So the restoration you did yourself. So you bought her. Was she in good condition when you bought her? Like, did she need a full restoration?
No.
It was just something that you wanted to do because you wanted to know her.
Yes, right.
You wanted to get into the deep, darkest points of her soul.
Yeah.
Is that it? It was
Yeah.
like starting a relationship up. That's the way to start a good relationship, you know.
That's how I felt in because I knew that I wanted to save her.
And keep her forever.
Yes, right.
Right.
So I just wanted to do that.
And how long did it take you? Like from the moment you got her to the moment you were like, right, I'm happy with it? Or is it still an ongoing project? Are you never going to be happy?
I'm pretty happy. It took.
Do you continue to do things to her there every now and again?
I do. It has its own Facebook page where I sometimes upload different geeky things, how to do a small detail on your Ferrari.
And how can people find that?
On Facebook,
Yeah.
Ferrari Mondial T. And for the time of renovation, it took 12 months, and I had a deadline because I wanted to pick up our newborn daughter in the hospital in this car.
Are you serious? That
Yeah.
is so beautiful. So is that the kind like you were like, right, I need to have it done by this time?
That's right.
That is incredible.
That's how that happened.
That is a pretty incredible story, and I'm not surprised you never want to get rid of her. I'm not
It
surprised.
stays in the family.
And how many hours a day would you? Was it a daily thing, or was
No.
it like just weekend project?
Weekend, 1 hour. This was before our daughter was born again.
Right.
So
And would you take on another project like this? Like if you found a 355 that needed restoring, would that be something you would take on, or are you like, right, I've done it, I've got it out my system?
I think I got out of my system.
Yeah.
It's also a car that, when we take it out, we cruise in it.
Yeah.
It's not a sports car.
Of course not.
It is. In its day, it was wow, amazing. This is a Ferrari. But still.
But I mean, the Speedo's marking up to 280, but I don't think we should be doing 280 in the car,
We're not
right?
doing 40.
And she currently has 71,000 kilometers.
That's right.
How many did she have when you got her? Like 60 something.
660 something.
And you've had her 7 years?
Yeah.
Wow. But
I
you've
know.
enjoyed every second, every single kilometer of that. I think
Yeah.
you've enjoyed, right?
I remember most of the trips we've done in the car, and I have some like really highlights of some trips where we stopped and had a picnic, and our daughter was with us, and yeah, really good time, really good times. When I was a child, I started collecting memorabilia for my pocket money that I saved up from doing my homework or chores at home. And we went to Maranello and Lake Garda, which is just north of Maranello, maybe
Yeah.
a few hours away. And I went to these shops in Maranello, Modena, and I saved up 1 year so badly because I want the stallion, the silver
Yeah.
stallion on the back of the car or the front of the car. And we went to Maranello with my pocket money I saved up. I was 8 years old, and I bought this silver stallion. I saved it and saved it and saved it. And then I got this car, and I started to take it apart, and the only thing that broke on this car when I took it apart was the Stallion.
No.
And it's in the back. So I thought, oh Jesus. And I was like, maybe, hey, wait a moment. Maybe I can take the Stallion that I bought as the 8-year-old. So I took it out of this, I have a box with all these things in the basement, took it out and it fitted exactly with the screw holes and everything. So
Are
that's
you serious?
That's
I've got goosebumps.
Yeah, so
right
that's what I
now.
have on the back of this car. The Stallion that I bought at
That
8-year-old.
is incredible. So you've always been a Ferrari fan?
Always.
Always.
I'm not necessarily like a Ferrari super person that
get you.
only is for Ferrari. In my case, it was just for the challenge to own one.
Thank you so much for taking me on this drive. I appreciate it so much, opening your heart and telling us your story. That's what this channel is all about. It's not about talking about the horsepower and blah blah blah, because everyone can just Google that. It's about telling the story and the feel and getting across what it's like to actually own or drive one of these cars. So thank you so much for that. And I will see you all next week. Thank